Welcome to Tecnia TV. Hello everyone, I am Mayank Arora, Faculty of Journalism and Mass Communication Department in Tecnia Institute of Advanced Study. Today I deliver my lecture on a topic of writing for ears. Writing for ear is something that takes work and time. Make sure that you create writing piece that creates a visual image for the listeners. Also, one must consider the fact that your audience will probably only hear the piece once and in a short film frame. Remember that what you write is all that the audience gets. Also, one must consider the fact that your audience will probably only hear the piece once and in a short time frame. Remember that what you write is all that the audience gets. So, you must create a picture for your audience so they can imagine it. Also, any information you give them must be enough so that they can quickly and accurately understand it. One aspect of writing for the ear, when writing for the ear, it is very important to the appeal to the five senses. Listening to something is much different than reading something. In order to transport the person into the piece, you have to use adjective and verb to help the person pictures what is that you are talking about. In the end, it is most important to find a way for people to relate to the piece. If they can relate to it, then will not most likely enjoy the piece more. You should engage a listener by using a conversational style, present tense, and short and clear sentences. One method that writing for the ear is to include a hook into the intro. The intro is a way to capture the audience attention. In order to grab their attention, things such as sound effect and other attention grabbers will create a mood for the audience and persuade them to want to listen more. It is also important sometimes to create a wrap around. This format creates a hook in the introduction and then create a similar message in the end of the report in order to make the radio spot feel complete to the listeners. This is a tactic that is used quite often in radio advertisement. Writing for the ear is something easier said than done. It needs to sound crisp and not read, and it need to be short. Finally, don't use big words when little ones will do. Be descriptive to paint a picture with your words. This will keep the reader involved in your piece. Try not to include unnecessary information which could that take from your piece also. If at all the possible, try to include a personal commentary which will make you writing more interesting versus just listing facts and info. Writing for the ear is creating a mental picture with words. You have to help the audience visualize what you are saying. When writing, you should take the audience into consideration and make sure that what you write is easy to follow. One is the uses of smaller, simpler sentences. Try to describe without putting people to sleep. Writers must always use simpler words, and one must also recognize the type of audience that the writer is tailoring his her work to. It is important to write in a way the listeners can easily relate to. Unnecessary details should be removed and simple sentences used. Every story should have a beginning with a hook, middle, and ends. It is necessary that a writer organize the story in scenes that can be easily pictured by the listener. Stories should be written in present tense using proper grammar and contraction. People don't write the way they talk. In some ways, writing the ear requires the same skills as any other format. The ABCS, accuracy, brevity, clarity, always mark quality writing. Although most of us learn not to move our lips as we read, we still hear ourselves reading in our heads, and some things like rhyme and alliteration always matter. We should write in a clear, script way. Should not be afraid of using informal language, but don't use word to create sensitization. Write as you speak. Don't use too much adjective or difficult words. Before you write a story from your notes or a news release, ask yourself, what is this story really about, and what is it about this story that will interest my listeners. The first one is write like you speak. Write in your own voice in a controversial tone as if you are speaking to only one listener. Keep sentences short. If you have a long sentence, follow it up with a short one. When you go back and read your narration aloud, do you truly sound like yourself? The second one is keep it simple. Allot a sentence to each idea. Be clear and conscious. Stick to the story and don't try too hard to be clever. Too much detail can become irrelevant and make the story lose focus. Avoid most multiple syllabus words, words that are tough to pronounce, and long convoluted sentences. Treasure small words. The third one is provide specifically. Although the goal is to write clearly, you must also avoid being too general. Reporters should provide context for anything that may cause confusion or raise eyebrows. When describing people, don't label them. Tell exactly what they do as opposed to using their official title. Fourth one is tell stories in a logical order. Make sure that your content has a beginning, a middle, and an ending. Don't bury the lead. State the news near the top without too much build up. The fifth one is use the present tense and active voice. You are writing for flow and to express what is going on now. Broadcast strives for immediacy. To convey this is to the listeners, use the active voice whenever possible in English. Try to use a subject, verb, object sentences structure. For example, police have arrested 21 activists for staying a protest at Million Park on Saturday afternoon. The sixth one is write to the picture. TV and video audiences will see why something happened. In television, the phrase "right to tape" is used to describe the way a story script is built around the visual images you have gathered. Don't write any longer than the story or a picture's variant. The another one is use imaginary. Radio audiences need to imagine the people, places, and things in your story. With your words, create powerful and straightforward imaginary. Use descriptive verbs instead of objective. For example, if you say he stirs or stirs, you are giving a picture without using an adjective, but don't let vivid imaginary rich writing turn verbose. Use words sparingly. Eighth one is let the speaker speak. If you are hosting a show or an interview, be the host. Don't overpower the subject of the story. When interviewing, don't them, and don't keep talking and talking about yourself. Irani says you are just a conduct whose job it is to relay a story, experiences, emotion for the guest to the audience. The ninth one is make it interesting. The script should be interesting. It should be create a curiosity in the mind of listeners. The last one is 10th, jargons. Jargons are the difficult and technical word, so one should avoid using jargons in his script to make it understand easily by listeners. Jargons are used only where it is necessary. I hope you understand my lecture. For watching more videos, like and subscribe Tecnia TV. Thank you all.